Welcome to EdTechX Stories. My name is Benjamin Vedrenne-Cloquet. I'm CEO and co-founder of EdTechX Holdings and partner at Ibis Capital. EdTechX Stories is a short weekly interaction with CEOs, founders, investors, and innovators shaping and making the future of education and work. So welcome to EdTechX Stories, and I hope you enjoy our next session. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Amir Nathoo. I was born in London and currently live in San Francisco. I am co-founder and head of Outschool, and I'm here to talk about Outschool's journey and the future of education.
Amir, welcome. You are co-founder and head of Outschool. Before we talk about your business, the business you co-founded, let me start with a personal question. How did you end up in that position? Is there a defining moment or someone in your life or education that basically inspired you to lead an education technology business?
Yes, there is a defining moment in my life, and it came quite early. When I was about 5 years old, my father bought me a computer to play computer games on, and I became inspired to program my own computer games, because back in the day, you had to be on the command line even to kick the computer games off. I was very lucky that both my parents were teachers and helped me pursue that interest outside of regular school. And that experience early in my life both gave me the inspiration and skills to have a career in technology and an appreciation of out-of-school learning experiences and how powerful they could be. So in terms of my own development and journey to co-found Outschool, that was a really critical moment for me.
And you had an unfair advantage with, two parents being teachers, I guess.
Absolutely. Having parents as teachers is definitely a privilege and unfair advantage for sure.
Good. Well, you co-founded and created Outschool, which is a marketplace of live online classes for kids, and I think age group is 3 to 18, right? Pretty much.
That's right.
Yeah. So can you describe the platform a little bit? And actually, my son use it, so I know a little bit about it. But then explain to us what makes it different than other online education platform, and also how do you make the digital experience magic and better than the real one in a way?
Well, firstly, I'm delighted that we can help your family and that your son is taking classes. As you say, Outschool is a marketplace of live online classes for kids. And two parts about it make it special and different compared with other options. The first is the marketplace-based model, where teachers are free to teach the classes that they've always wanted to teach and get really creative. So as well as normal core curriculum classes, you get classes such as a vet teaching about cat anatomy, learning math through art, learning critical thinking skills through Dungeons and Dragons. So we have over 150,000 classes, and because of this marketplace-based model, we have tremendous variety to find exactly what is going to inspire your kids to love learning. And the second part about it that's different is the small group live online nature. That is groups of kids and a teacher connecting over video chats so that it combines the best of interactive in-person classes with the access and convenience of online. And we were doing this format of learning since 2017. So many people have become familiar with it through the pandemic. But of all organizations that offer these classes, we have the most experience of creating really magical experience for kids through this format.
And how do you create engagement through your platform?
So engagement comes in two forms. Firstly, the teacher designing an engaging experience. And so by giving them the freedom to teach classes that they are passionate about, they come to class prepared with a lesson plan that they're excited to teach. And that's a big part of it. And secondly, it's about the group of learners. The fact this isn't one-on-one interaction, but it's a group of kids makes it tremendously engaging because the kids are excited to learn together, to learn with each other. And the classes connect kids from all over the country and all over the world. And so kids tell us that they're excited just to have classmates who are not the same classmates that they would have locally.
Yeah, I get that. Obviously, the pandemic helped you, I imagine, right? I mean, that was an accelerator, and it's been an accelerator for pretty much the entire edtech industry to the point that, online learning is almost mainstream now. People talk about it a lot. What is the one thing about online education that you wish was discussed more, that it has become a mainstream topic?
I think I wish we discussed more how online education can connect people from different places and how we don't have to just translate typical in-person learning to the online format. The online format unlocks capabilities which wouldn't be possible in person. So we shouldn't think about just taking the curriculum and taking the structures of classes that we use in person and put them online. And a simple example of this is many schools in the pandemic, they took the same class of kids and the same teachers who were all in the same local place and had them meet online. Well, that does not take full advantage of the fact that once you're online, you can interact with teachers and kids from anywhere. And so there's just tremendous capabilities to unlock that I wish we would talk more about rather than a simple translation from in-person to online.
Mhm. Can you give us a couple of metrics on your platform? How many classes, teachers, kids are interacting, just to get a feel for the scale of what you've built?
Absolutely. So we have about 10,000 teachers who offer 150,000 classes. And today we've served over 1 million kids. Majority in the US, because that's where we started. But now we've had kids join from 150 countries and are growing internationally in both English-speaking countries and in other countries who have where parents have kids who want to interact with native English speakers.
And so what's the most popular class on Outschool?
That's a hard question to answer because it keeps changing because of the marketplace model, and these are small group classes. So I can't give you a top class because it changes all the time. I can tell you some of the ones that we see being very successful and are very popular. Financial skills for kids. Mock stock trading for kids is a very kind of timely and interesting one. Critical thinking skills through Dungeons and Dragons. We have a multiple classes and multiple teachers who are making a very, very good living, a surprising living, teaching these critical skills. So the science of farts is a favorite one for both learners and parents, because parents at first are a little bit skeptical when they see that subject, but then it's taught in a very, very rigorous and scientific way, and yet the kids absolutely love it because they find farts hilarious. So really that's the best of Outschool, when it's combining something that kids are finding very engaging and funny with actual very, very good science.
That's funny. Is there a class on how to be street smart? Is there such a thing? If there was one, I would certainly want my kids to do that.
That's interesting. I'm not sure, but one thing about the platform being a marketplace, you can submit topic requests and we send them each week to teachers. So if you have an idea for a class and you can't find it on there, then submit it, and one of the 10,000 teachers will doubtlessly be inspired to create it.
I'll do that then for sure. Um, I'm guessing you're a lifelong learner. What are you learning right now?
Well, at the start of the year, as a company, we did a workshop on kintsugi, which is the Japanese art of repairing things to make them more beautiful than before they were broken. So I'm actually repairing a Christmas bauble that has my son's name on it, but unfortunately broke at the holidays, and so I'm using this art to kind of repair it. So that's what I'm learning right now.
That's pretty cool. And is there a class on Outschool as well for that?
I think so. Yes. Yeah. We asked one of the teachers to come in and teach one for our company.
What's the next 10-year trajectory for Outschool? Where do you see the future of the company? Is it world domination, internationalization, scaling? Just to get a flavor of where you want the company to go.
Well, we're trying to build a global community of learning that can inspire kids to love learning. And I believe that the future of education is going to be hybrid, in the sense that kids are going to be spending time learning in person, and kids are going to be spending a lot of their time learning with online classmates, whether that's within the school environment or outside of school. And we want to be the key enabler to allow that kind of online learning that's really engaging and supplements local school. So we want to reach 100 million learners worldwide in the next 10 years.
We're getting now into a new section of the interview called the rapid fire questions. You're going to have to answer by A or B, and you can't say both. Okay, are you ready?
Sure, as ready as I'll ever be.
State school or private school?
State school.
Degree or skills?
Skills.
Learn or play?
Play.
Profit or impact?
Impact.
Learners or shareholders?
Oh, that's an easy one. Learners.
Good. Teacher or technology?
Teacher.
Drive or grades?
Drive.
Very good. Finally, who would you want to nominate to be part of our next EdTechX stories, and tell us why?
So I would recommend Amanda de Amaral, who is the CEO of a company called Fiveable. They are an up and coming company, and what they're working on is a really interesting use of video chat technology to enable learners to study together, but not with the presence of a teacher, more like peer recognition and feedback and community. And I just think it's a really, really interesting model that harnesses some of the potential of online learning in a way that is new.
Very good. We will certainly contact her. Well, Amir, thank you very much for this interview. Really exciting company. And this was Amir Nathoo for EdTechX Stories, co-founder and head of Outschool. Thank you very much, Amir.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.